Alright then. The stream is being set up right now. Opening my Twitch app so I can read chat as I play. Excellent work. Oh no, it's not registering that I'm going live. Twitch app, work faster, will you? There we go. Excellent work. Excellent work. Lovely. Wait. Oh shit, no. Okay, there we go. Okay. All good now. Let us continue. It is a new day today. A day to continue my journey to become an anime protagonist. We have faced many difficult trials and suffered much pain on the way there. But of course, we'll eventually make it there, hopefully. I hope. Anyway. Oh. So, neat. Wow, I got a lot of bottles here. I did not even realize that. Alright, I can get more sweet cash. Some of that Real. Is that all the bottles? Is that all the bottles?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
I shall assess the damage with my visual calculus. Hey.
Shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
It appears I may have broken this window with my hands during my drunken stupor.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What? Then what the hell did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Assess the damage.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Wait.
The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
I see.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
I totally had a good reason for it, perhaps. Maybe I was trying to hit someone?
And maybe, just maybe, you succeeded. We'll never know. Or maybe you were trying to smash your own reflection in the window pane.
Perhaps. Well then. Man, I got so much clothes. What gloves do I have on right now? Oh yeah, interfacing, yeah, because they got good motorics. Yep. Got some cool stuff on me. Right then. Any more bottles to pick up? Excellent. I need the money. I need that Royale. Is there anything else to pick up?
The fan stands still.
No, I will not do that.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely...
No, thank you. I cannot pick this bottle up, apparently. Oh, I can pick this one up, though. Haha! I got so many bottles to sell. Haha! Excellent. Mr. Kitsuragi? Oh, you might be downstairs. Hello.
The door is closed.
Yeah. No other dialogue options, I see. Well, another day, another set of mysteries to solve, and another step forward to becoming the anime protagonist. I shall become this anime protagonist, ace detective. That I shall. I will flex my protagonist might. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Is it just me, or is it slightly different here? Greetings, Kim. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. He gives you a quick nod.
I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep.
Good. Thank you, Kim.
I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
Correct.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
What do you mean by rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Are these the men Gate told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
There's so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Very well. Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
You are correct, Authority.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
You're right, reaction speed. I shall do it.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Well, it appears that two of my, consciousnesses, believe that I shall do this power move. Anyway, find the murder weapon. We still yet to find a fucking murder weapon. Something else to use the time to find it, yeah. Right then. What other stuff? I want to smoke. Put my badge missing? No way, cause my anyway, pissing competition. Smoker on the balcony. Yeah. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Read the watermarks. We'll put the clothes in the trash. Find a way into the secret passage. Rest of the armor. Asked him to tell you about the case. Victim's tattoos. Open apartment door for Everett. Oh, yeah. Asked you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse backyard to intimidate the occupant. Do what you have to do. In the case of return. Target the drive. Visit the bus smuggling. Oh yeah, we should probably concentrate on that first. But anyway, first. Oh. Okay, I thought I could ask you about the tattoo. Hello. It's a bit delayed, as usual.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
I see.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Good day, ma'am. Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
And why do you require the use of this phone?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, alright. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
I see.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
And what is this expedition your husband is on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
The waterlock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
I believe it is some sort of technical problem that will be remedied by Wednesday, according to the sign anyway.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Very well, madam.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He's so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I shall let him know you're here, when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So your husband is some kind of scientist, an entomologist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What the heck is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Huh.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Perhaps you could... wait, maybe you could... Perhaps I could... could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
What? I had an 83% chance. God damn it, I had XCOM aim the whole time. But then again, I did also fail that 173% check. Oh well. I want to know everything about cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on!
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
Well, shit. Well, that's all for now, man. What is over here? Well...
The man ponders his cooking utensil.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can't talk to you. Anyway, I shall smoothly walk past them all. Oh right, this no shit. Damn it. Okay. I keep forgetting about that. Anyway, let's move. We got some shit to do. Taking a little while there. Oh. There we go. Right. We shall probably start interrogating, or actually, wait, hold on. I want to sell all these bottles I have on me first. No, no, stop doing that! Stop doing that! Stop doing that! Okay, there we go. Right. Time to get that sweet cash on me. Good morning, madam.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Shoves bottles.
Into the machine.
A whole 1 real.
Satisfying jingle.
Excellent. Now then, off I go. I really do need to find another way to get more Royale, because I probably have enough money to actually, well, rent out 2 more nights, unfortunately. Right then. Time to interrogate this motherfucker. Get the drug information out of him. You.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So, Ceiling, what is your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Well, we're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in a traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool nut. But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know
I like how the
anything
music
about
changed. But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
that. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Haha.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs here.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? I point to the pale driver. Dazed out. Strange.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't been near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
And who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
He points north.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Very well. We are cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses.
My rhetoric is so low. I got zero rhetoric. Anyway, I shall leave you for now. Come on, Tim. We got a druggie to get snuff out. If we can run there. Excellent. Excuse me. Ah, there you are. Now, let us RP walk our way to this old lady here and interrogate the shit out of her.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Alright, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Sheriff?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I was told I'm a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Sheriff. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children. And to
Ooh,
those
nice.
who used to know me.
And why are you scary to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
And, by the way, you said long haul. That's...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just...
She hums along as if to a track on repeat.
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman.
Then who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Oh, sin.
The woman stares at you. Her mind is elsewhere now on other matters.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches, like a sleep kick.
Thank you for now. Well, shit. Where the bloody hell is this? Well. Right then, I'm a bit clueless on where the fuck is this driver. But anyway, about that tattoo, I need to ask. Yes, I need to ask the advanced race theory guy. Let us walk there menacingly, over to the man who kicked my ass before, but he will not do it again. Measurehead, that's his name.
unpromising race pupil returns.
So, what are those tattoos on your body?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He's just a lorryman down the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
Do I? Just gonna say nothing.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Well, that didn't fucking help. Well then, kind of out of options here.
You a scab now?
I am not a scab, I am a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Then realizes,
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
well, the rat said you had a key to a door.
A key, huh?
Oh, you're the guy.
What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Well, I'll have you know I am not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all the working men.
I knew this man was a commie.
He
It's a
smiles.
good thing you're doing too. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse.
Behind the
That's
gre-
behind the whirling and ride.
Yep.
That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? When will he be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Well, nice talk. Gotta get moving now. Right. Oh. Wait. My protagonist senses are picking something up.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
And what do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel, Shivers?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
Right.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Yes, I stole that raincoat from that shopkeep. Man, I remember I had to take off my pants in order to be more effective, because those pants were debuffing my sneaking skill.
Droplets of rain fall on the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage.
Wait, why am I thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to?
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
This machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Point to the vehicle. Very cool.
You want to take a closer look?
What's backing in there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
That's what, rubs my chin, a 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
The lieutenant is trying to suppress a smug smile, unsuccessfully.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
A fine machine!
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
Well, enough about the details.
Anything else?
Let's move on. Right then. Wait, what am I going down here? Right then. We shall continue. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing the books. A good one. Points at book.
Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
What are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
I'm out of here. What do I pick up? Takes willpower to even read the author's name. John Coss from Iguania. The book says you must attain a Franconigerian hard body at the nearest gym. You memorize the title, Loose, 87, Radio City. Seems important. Right. Why is it so dark? Oh right, it's raining. Right. Time to investigate that motherfucking basement. There it is.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press my ear against the door and use my protagonist senses.
The door is slick with rain. You don't hear any movement inside. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
I shall enter the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Well, buddy, you opened it. No need to go inside. It would be rude. Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there. There's nothing else to do than to leave and tell Everard. No conceivable reason for you to intrude on the premises. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. A whistle.
Yes. Right. Well, seems to be. It seems that the voices in my head suggest I should enter. Well, most of them anyway. Oh, what is this?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Move on from the mugs. What do I pick up? The smell of disinfectant smells like chemicals. Wait a minute. Looks like whoever lived here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. What do we have here? A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. What is this? Ooh, drugs. Small suitcase full of clothes. Guess they're staying over. And what do we have here? I could totally steal their clothes, but I don't really need any logic. Because I have 1 intelligence. There's no point in boosting my absolutely minimized stat. Well, that's everything. All I did was yoink some of his drugs and left. Haha. Well, I suppose I should report to Everard. Oh.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
Well, it is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot I can do that. Yes. Now then. What's behind them, let's be honest. You like old containers, trash cans, utensil trays? Okay, what? I shall work on the superstar one. Haha. Right then. Anyway, what the fuck are you doing here?
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
She hisses. Well then. Anywho. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza? Perhaps. Anyway.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Looks through window.
The windows are clear.
Okay, there's nothing else here. Okay. Well. Oh. No, stop doing that. Ah. Well, anyway. Boop. Guess I can't climb these stairs for shit. Right then. Let's get going, shall we? Hello, Evrot.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Well, I opened the door as you asked. Can we get to discussing the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible
What?
and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
What? There's no way to sway him? Well, I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
The mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment. I found a similar mug in the trash with the hangman's clothes.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
But this weasel might have cleaned up after their killers. The killers.
Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Well, there is more to police work than whacking an imaginary baton.
Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
So you said the lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
What?
You mean our victim?
A security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisu, Seminine, Santa Maria.
I totally know those names.
They've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
So who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this bitch that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
There was a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him.
He sounds pleasantly
He
surprised.
was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
How do you know that the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we've got the same mercenary company, after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
And where can I find them?
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
What?
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
In the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask the Hardy boys to cooperate?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
As you wish, Authority.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Oh. Why?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Well, this is a lot less than what you gave me before, so I don't really need it. I only want you to help me with the Hardy boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Thank you for listening, for giving me the warning. I probably would have taken it because of how poor I am. Good talk.
I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you.
Smile.
You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, your opinion?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
He studies Everard.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
And what are these signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Yes, totally, well, actually, I'm not sure if that's gonna have any effect on Kuno or Tennis or Kunoese, because, well, they're the 2 little shits who are already high on drugs.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it.
Ah.
Lonely place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit. You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Very well, if I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
He hands you an open white envelope.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning.
So I've heard.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Well, I'm told that the union's involved in local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
I'm not. Totally not.
Hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
He perks up.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Well, I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
Didn't you call him a midget?
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
And Joyce also said previous union leader... The previous union leader vanished from under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
And why would you let her in here to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Very well, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
Well, I'm going to leave now, but we may speak again.
See you soon, Debarger. Just kidding, but not too much.
Right then. How many points do I have? I have none. Hello, Leo. Okay, he's not speaking. Okay. Oh, hey, mister. I did be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Lara. It's like Lady Lara said when Lady Leash said when she opened the bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back, and a lot of folks really did keep coming back. I have, I have some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Okay, I'm off. There's no other dialogue options, it seems. Alright. Well then. I guess it's time to sell some tear back to that tear dispensing machine. Well, not dispensing machine, that tear exchange machine in Furita. Don't mind me.
The tear machine stands in the your
Boop.
bottles clunk into
Hello.
Is this about...
I'm off. Anyway. Hello.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, then looks away. Why? Do you know something? What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her.
He bites his
All
lip.
I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
And who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
And who is this person? What is her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
You know, I had asked you who's conducting the drug trade, and you said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part. Not trickery.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Well, I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me too. That she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Do I trust my reaction speed, or do I trust my empathy? Actually, well, he just says there... Well, technically, he said there's other options, but he didn't actually say that, oh no, stop pushing this guy, so we're gonna push him.
Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
Very well. She is a suspect, and I need you to tell me where she is, or I cannot finish the investigation.
I thought you were a different kind of cop.
Something breaks in him as he stares into your eyes.
The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own ends. Remember, you're doing it for the bigger investigation. This is important.
Where? Oh. Sorry. Sorry, Volition. Where is this lady driver?
Here.
He takes the keyring from his pocket and looks at it before giving it to you in silence.
The keys to a motor lorry. Pretty complex. Looks like a chain lock.
Her lorry's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
When did she leave?
Last Friday.
And why did you have her keys?
She left them to me because she trusted me. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise,
He doesn't finish the sentence.
The other drivers would have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving.
Anything else? Like, where is she now?
no, I don't know.
Let's go, Kim.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir. I know it was hard, but you did the right thing.
You don't really think so.
I really do. If I didn't, I wouldn't be in the RCM. Take care, sir.
Alright, finally. Some progress. Now, where the bloody hell is it? Ah, there it is. Now let's break into that son of a bitch.
This screen found, AZ Contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This is the one our man pointed to.
The lieutenant peeks inside. Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers.
Unlock the door.
You push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just
Open it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
Is there anything we could do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely unoperable without the dial key.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is also Wave, UW, and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
What else is here?
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why the hell would anyone glue a piece of sandpaper to the gas pedal?
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
Back up into the cabin
The
again.
movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold that shit.
It's an issue of Petit Feric from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system.
The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The stock shows off. Pushing the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Close the door.
Close the rusty old lorry door.
We definitely need to return sometime later. We didn't get enough.
What? What do you mean we didn't get enough? Oh, right, the radio.
The smell of cigarettes.
I admire the
These
posters.
are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Stop and wonder, what the hell is that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably granate number 5.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know?
What?
But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the close the rut.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective?
Is that...
Before we
Oh.
return to Joyce?
Very well. What is it?
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Very well.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
In short, this is a future angle, possibly a good one.
And what about the movie posters? How do they factor into all of this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Could the film no. A lot of women there. Actually, could the film industry be involved?
I'm going to say no.
Okay, debrief over.
After you.
What do we have here?
Some kind of superstar.
Haha.
They say the world.
Oh my god.
No one wants
The price of self-delusion. Yeah, that sounds like an anime protagonist wannabe.
They claim to know.
Dang. Learning cast roll. Oh my god. Raise to 6, raise to 6, raise to 6, raise to 6. Damn, that's pretty good.
Insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die.
Oh, damn.
You people have no idea how.
Haha, superstar. Sounds like an anime protagonist wannabe.
In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Haha. Excellent. Now then. Nice. Nice. Right then, to Joyce. Oh, there's a little shortcut here. It's really hard to move around in this map. Anyway, let's move. We need more information about this murder. Hello again, Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, what are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
Understandable.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you decided...
I have no fucking idea.
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
What? Are you sure, Authority? Tim's my best friend here. I mean, I may have a high skill in your division, but let's let the lieutenant do this. I can't do him like that. Right, Authority? I'll let him handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war.
Well, shit.
With possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing land, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
So then tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience.
Wait.
They also have trauma and stressor disorder. And
So
know
wait.
how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Yes, that does connect with, well, somewhat connect with Edward's story. What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there.
The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Oh boy. Well, I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Oh, I like the change in setting as you said that. Sorry, continue.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Well, fuck.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns.
Well, I don't even have a gun.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
Well, fuck.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Huh.
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Colonel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the big conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call it off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
So you said this deceased man had assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
And what did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea.
Wait.
As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This Lily. Lily. Anything else? Nationality? How old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age. Or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches to dental reconstruction on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, Abyssinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Well, time to invest in logic. Oh boy. Well, might as well. Prove my chances. Fine. Where are these mercenaries? Fuck.
You have no idea. There's something wrong with your brain. Luckily, the lieutenant still has his.
Ma'am, with all due respect, I've been around Martinez, and there's a giant hulk of a man in ill-fitting clothes at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. His heart really isn't in it.
Not a terribly good actor, that one. Still.
And the other must be in one of the 4-story buildings overlooking the roundabout. He or she was reporting back to you while we were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That would afford a good vantage point. Still, I hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Anyway, I'm just gonna... Alright, that's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now, can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnese Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
Well, sounds like it's going nowhere but the morgue.
The times have changed.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
Well, if I want to become an anime protagonist, I have to take risks.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
By the way, I've talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally, time to choose sides.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually...
She answers her own question.
Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, worm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
She looks at the ground and nods.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
I'd rather not talk about I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Thank you, that is all for now. Now let's get moving. But first, the step leader about the tattoos. We still yet to find the fucking... Oh my god. I killed the hangman. Oh yes, the bullet. I remember now. Let's interact with this shit.
The bullet is still safely sealed away.
Hand-eye coordination.
Bearing the RCM.
I still have a point, and that I shall invest. Haha. Now then. Let's try this shit again, shall we?
Still safely sealed away.
Oh.
In a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Hold on a minute. I need to... Hold on. Let's see. Anything that increases my reaction speed. No. No. Is that a -1? That's a -1. No. 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 Well, shit. Well, I shall try again.
Still safely sealed up. You can't remember
Fuck.
what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember?
Well, so much for that. Strange doors on the railing, watermarks, who put the clothes in the trash. Made the call reporting the crime, bought the badge. No, sing, get all those song tape. Right. Get out of the way.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Very well, ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway.
Oh shit.
They're
Haha.
way past their prime.
Let's do this. Haha. Protagonist move. Away.
You are immediately surprised by
Haha.
the lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsor ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrated until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Taking the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind Everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Let go. Be the ball. Ha! Here! Did I do it? I just shot.
What the hell is your problem?
Problem? I do not understand.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
I thought it was shot put.
Damn well isn't. It's petanque. You ruined a petanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I will try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Rene, I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He adds with a silent sigh.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth is right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
So who was working on your shift that night?
No one. The booth has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing too. Proudly holds out the tear bag.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Well, thank you for your time. Right. Well, that shall be the end of the stream, as I'm going to be watching the latest Callous Row stream from Kraken's channel. Check him out. Anyway, that shall be the end of the stream. I'll see you then.